I landed in LA from Milan, and then 2 days later, we went to Disneyland for 3 days straight, 12-hour days at Disneyland with a 2-year-old for my brother's birthday. I'm overstimulated, still jet lagged. My life is a mess. I'm a mess. So we are going to get things together today.
All right, folks, I have done, as you can see, a full body reset. I very much needed that. I was not feeling great. Took a shower, did my hair, did a little bit of makeup. We are so back. And now I'm gonna head to a coffee shop so that I can write in my journal, plan for the week, and then do a weekly review of the previous week. And I would like to kindly thank Michael Kors for sponsoring this portion of the video, because this is the bag that I am going to be using to bring to the coffee shop with me. This is the Hamilton Moderne Small in the color black, obviously. It has this really beautiful, gorgeous gold hardware. It does come with this bag charm, and I think my favorite part about this bag is how long the straps are, because I like to wear a lot of oversized sweaters and jackets, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of oversized things have like that dropped underarm or dropped armpit. So if my bag straps are not long enough, they're literally not going to fit on my shoulder. So I really love how long the straps are on this one. Another really cool thing about this bag is that this lock right here is actually removable. So you could actually remove this lock just like that and then have like an undone look like that. And to be honest, I actually prefer the bag looking like this. I like how it looks like a little undone, you know what I mean? But I feel like for my outfit today, because it's just a little bit more polished, I'm just going to put this lock back on. But don't get it twisted, I do love that undone look. Okay, now we're gonna pack our bag. We're gonna do like a little reverse what's in my bag video, just so you can see how much stuff actually fits in here. Like, it looks kind of small, right? But no, it expands, so it fits a lot of stuff in here. So first things first, we have to pack the planner. This is the most important part. This is my current journal/planning system. I am using the Traveler's Notebook system. I've been using it for about like 1 to 2 months now, and I'm absolutely loving it. I can do a separate video just on like how I plan my life and like how I do my journal and like planning ecosystem, but look how chunky she is. I love her, love the leather. My pen is right here. J'adore. So we're gonna put that in here. And then I have my little clear pouch full of necessities. And in here I have a fan, because I get hot really easily. I have a hand cream, I have cuticle oil, I have 2 types of lip balms, I have oil blotting tissues, I have this little comb, and then I have this little pill case that has allergy pills in it because, I don't know, sometimes my nose gets really runny and it's just not sexy, you know what I mean? And then in my little purse bowl, this actually goes like right by my front door, and then anything that I need in here, I just grab it. So I think the most important is my wallet. So I'm gonna put this back here. And then I have some cash with my little money clip, one of my favorite adult purchases of all time. So I have my little money clip, also going to put that in the back pocket right here. Another necessity is noise canceling earphones. I have ADHD, so going to a coffee shop, I need to be able to focus. So I need noise canceling earphones. Another necessity for me is hand sanitizer, my Invisalign case. I have my fastback, you know what I'm saying? Keep that thing on me, you never know when you need it. And then I also carry some snacks. So I have like a protein bar and I have some peanut butter, just in case, you know, I forget to eat all the time. So that is everything that fits in there. As you can see, a lot of stuff fits in there, and there were a lot of big items too. And then you just zip it up and we are ready to go. Now let me show you my outfit. All right, so let me give you a quick little rundown of my outfit today. You guys know me, I love like preppy, Ivy style, so my outfit is exactly that. So I have this striped button down from Michael Kors. It's really cute. It's, I don't wanna untuck my sweater because I don't want to ruin the perfect tuck that I just did, but it is a little cropped. As someone with a short torso, I really like when shirts are cropped like right at the, well, for people with a longer torso, it would be cropped at the waist, but because I have a short torso, it crops like right at my hips, so it looks like a normal fitting shirt instead of one that is too long. So just a tip for you short torso girlies out there. And then I have these trousers, which are also from Michael Kors. They are a wool twill blend. Super, super comfortable. Love the silhouette on these and I love the pleats. Just very classic, very cute. I am wearing my black loafers. You guys know what the vibe is. And then I have these really cool, like rectangular chunky earrings, also from Michael Kors. And then also from Michael Kors, I have this really cute dual tone watch. And then my sweater is not from Michael Kors. You guys know all about this sweater. And obviously I have my bag, which is from Michael Kors. So we are almost entirely Michael Kors today. Let's get going.
Okay, actually quick update on my outfit. I actually was in the mood to wear sneakers today, so I switched out my loafers for some black sneakers. Let's roll.
All right, folks, we are currently at a mall in downtown LA called The Block, and I'm going to a Japanese stationery slash bookstore called Kinoya. I think that's what it's called. I'm going to my friend Sandy's house tonight for a Lunar New Year, like kind of get together party situation. And I was talking to her on the phone a few days ago, and she mentioned that she had an interest in fountain pens because she was watching my content and she was intrigued by the idea. She just didn't know which one to get. And I told her that I had one to give to her. I lied because I forgot that I already gave that one to my mom. So I am here to pick up a fountain pen for her, kind of as like a, I don't know, like a host gift. And also it's a stationery store, so you know I'm gonna take a look around. It was the perfect excuse to come here, so that's where we're at right now.
All right, folks, I am finally back home. So I wasn't sure if I was allowed to film in that bookstore, so I didn't. There were also a lot of people because it's the weekend. And then I went to go charge my car at a supercharger at the Row in downtown LA. And there's another Japanese stationery store called High Tide, also one of my favorite stationery stores in LA. And I got a cute little B7 pocket notebook that I'm going to use as my brain dump / inbox notebook. So I got that, but let me show you guys what I got Sandy. I got her the Pilot Kakuno. I'm very familiar with this pen. It's really great. What sucks is because of the tariffs and like all of this stuff, this is $20. These are like $6 in Tokyo. It's crazy how much this is marked up. And then I also got another insert for my traveler's notebook. That's what I got from Kinoya. Now I have to ship some packages for Albie because he sold some stuff online. He left all his clothes that he listed online so that I could just ship it for him because he's always traveling all the time, so he doesn't have access to all of his clothes. So if he sells something online and he's not at home, then he won't be able to sell it. So since I'm pretty much always in LA unless I'm traveling, which is not very often compared to him, he just left his clothes here so that I can ship them for him. So in a way, this apartment has actually turned into his personal shipping fulfillment center, and I'm the manager. So I'm going to pack up some of those boxes, and then we're gonna head over to UPS and drop them off. Sorry, y'all, it's been a long day. No one in Los Angeles knows how to drive. You know what's crazy about this stereotype about women not knowing how to drive? I don't get it. Because I see idiots driving on the streets all the time, and 9 times out of 10, that idiot is a man. I've been in 3 car accidents my entire life. None of them were my fault, and all of them involved a man. I was rear-ended 3 times. 2 of those times, I was not moving. One was at a red light, and one was in standstill traffic. How did I get rear-ended when there was no traffic flow? I don't know, but they both involved men. The other time I got hit was an old man. When I was 16 years old, I had just gotten my driver's license, and he made an illegal U-turn and then hit me right on the front fender on the driver's side. So personally, I don't understand the stereotype, but that's just me. You will have to excuse the awful lighting in this closet, but I'm trying to pick out an outfit for the Lunar New Year event tonight, and I have a few options. One of the first options I had was this one, but it has a dragon on it. It's not the year of the dragon, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just a little off theme a little bit. My other option that I was thinking was this cardigan. I haven't worn this in a really long time actually, but it's red, you know, I'm going to be comfortable. The dress code is just red, and you can wear whatever you're comfortable in. All of my other red stuff are like dresses and skirts. That's just not the vibe for me right now. So I actually think I'm gonna go with this. I don't know what I'm gonna wear on the bottom. Let me figure this out, and I will give you an update when I have figured this out. You know what? I just figured let's wear the same pants that we wore today. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, folks. Today is finally the day we are going to get this apartment together. Usually before I travel, I like to clean my apartment so that when I come home, it's already clean and I don't have to do anything. Unfortunately, that doesn't always happen. You know, life happens. Sometimes it just doesn't get done. This is one of such examples. And the issue is that not only is this like a post-travel apartment, I also lived in here for a couple of weeks, filmed a couple videos, so the apartment is just completely a mess. Now, usually when I clean my apartment, I kind of just do it based on vibes. But the problem with that is that sometimes it just takes too long because it's not very efficient. So what I have done this time is I have created a checklist, and I have, how many phases do I have here? I have 4 different phases. Usually I would clean by room, but this time I'm cleaning by context or by task. So instead of focusing on the kitchen and then moving to another room, I'm going to wipe down the kitchen island and then wipe down the bathroom counter, wipe down the coffee table, so that I'm like just wiping down everything all at once, if that makes sense. So I don't know. Let's see how it works. I've never cleaned my house like this before, but maybe it'll make more sense. So let's see.
Now the bed is not finished yet because I washed one of the pillows and it is currently drying, but hopefully after that's done, we will put this back together and it'll look real nice. Also cleared up the bathroom sink, yes. Ignore my Invisalign over there, but yes, very clean. Very clean indeed. Okay, so that was actually an interesting experiment, cleaning by context or by action rather than by room, because I usually do it by room or by vibes. I originally hated it. Like, as I was going through my apartment and like just doing everything that I put on my task list, I like hated it. I would go through each room doing the same task, for example, like throwing away trash or taking things off the floor or whatever. And I hated it because after I would complete each task, I would look at my apartment and it would still be a mess. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I wasn't making any progress because I just went through each room just to pick up trash, but the apartment is still a complete mess. But as I kept going through my task list and everything came together, it was like, wow, I actually have energy left to do other rooms. Because usually what happens is I would put all of my energy into one room, but then I wouldn't have the energy to do any part of the rest of my apartment. So then there would be one really clean room and then everything else would be a mess. Also, what's really cool about doing it by context is even if I had lost my energy in the middle of this whole thing, at least the floor would be clean. Or at least like all the trash would be picked up. You know what I mean? In every single room of my entire apartment. So that was a really fun, interesting experiment. I think I might continue doing this in the future. I am super tired right now. My lower back hurts. I'm getting old. So I think I'm going to end this vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much, Michael Kors, for sponsoring a portion of this video. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.